Jan Brandt. When you hear this sound, it's time to turn the page. Cheer up, spring is here. Time to start on my first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorated the winning egg got to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. Hoppy had been dreaming about being that bunny all year long. Now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looked, rabbits were working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing idea, he thought. Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. The Easter rabbit will love those colorful flowers, he thought, and started picking flowers for his egg. Here's a basket for your flowers, Hoppy, Flora said. Chop, chop, scrape, scrape. Hoppy spied Buster Birch carving a magnificent wooden egg. I wish I had some wood for my egg, he wished out loud. Here you go, Hoppy, Buster Birch said, and he put a smooth, round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. Thank you, Buster, Hoppy said.
Notice the little robins too at the top.
Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight to the chocolate egg that Aunt Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting squiggles and bows. Hello, Hoppy, she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. Hippity-hop, Hoppy exclaimed. I'll make the Easter rabbit a chocolate egg so sweet it will make his whiskers tingle. Then Hoppy saw Granny Irene decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool. Then she dipped the egg in pots of yellow, green, orange, and red dye, adding to the design each time. Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. I'll never make an egg that beautiful, he told Granny Irene. She smiled. Try, she said, giving him one of her special tools.
Look, they made a nest.
Hoppy was hopping by Hans Vanderrabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit so real that he looked alive. Fantastic! Hoppy exclaimed. Thank you, Hoppy, Hans said. Why don't you make a painting on your egg? He gave Hoppy pots of paint and a fine brush. As Hoppy bounced along, a loud boing nearly knocked him off his feet. It was a whirling, twirling, mechanical egg. Whoa, Hoppy said. That's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one? Roberto asked. Hoppy tried hard, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up around him. Thank you, Roberto, he sighed, but I think I better make the egg that is right for me. Hoppy hopped back to the woods and lay down under a tall tree to think.
There he is, right there.
Making a beautiful egg is harder than I imagined, he thought. I guess I don't have to win. I just want to make an egg I am proud of.
Uh-oh, look up here what's happening.
Suddenly, the woods rang with the squawking of birds sounding an alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, calling wildly, as if she couldn't decide where to go. An egg had tumbled out of Mother Robin's nest. Inside the perfect blue egg, was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until it hatched.
Look, there's eggs up here too.
Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. "I'll take care of you the best I can," he whispered. Relieved, Mother Robin chirped and settled down on her other 2 eggs. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, he carefully turned the egg in its nest of moss. If it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. At night, wild animals passed by. Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often he heard strange noises coming from above, but Hoppy didn't run away. Every day, the rabbits worked on their eggs. Tadpoles turned into frogs, buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. Finally, it was time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. They had forgotten all about Hoppy, who was quietly sitting on the blue egg under the tall tree in the woods. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit. Suddenly, a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist. And stopped. The Easter Bunny stepped down from the wagon and admired the decorated eggs one by one. "You have brought me the most beautiful eggs in the world, but a very special one is not here," he told them. The rabbits were puzzled. Whose egg could it be?
Oh, look what happened.
"Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs," he said. "When I return, I will show it to you." And he disappeared into the woods. He came back with Hoppy, looking scruffy and bedraggled. "Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of," the Easter rabbit told them. "He has kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby bird hatched and she could take care of it." The Easter rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor atop the wagon. Now they were ready to go. The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised them all. "It's our best Easter ever, Hoppy," they shouted. Then the brave little bunny and the Easter rabbit rode off together to hide the eggs for girls and boys to find on Easter morning.
Now, I love reading Jan Brett books. You all know that. So isn't that a beautiful Jan Brett story with beautiful illustrations? So we're just going to talk a little bit about what happened. So Hoppy, this was his first time ever having Easter, and he had to decorate an egg, and he didn't know what kind of egg he wanted. He saw all sorts of different eggs being decorated. But then, what happened is the squirrels got 2 rambunctious, and they knocked one of the baby robin eggs out of the nest. And so what did Hoppy do? He said, "I don't need to make an egg. I need to save this baby." And so he sat on that egg until it hatched. And you know what? The Easter Bunny knew that. And so the Easter Bunny rewarded Hoppy and said, "You can be my helper this year because you were so kind." That's a nice story. Usually I read this story at school for 3 days. I read it once, we listen to the tape, and then we read it the 3rd time, the children and I together. Because I think it's nice pictures and a nice story. So I hope you enjoyed it, but you get to watch it more than once if you want. You can just replay the tape. Okay, so let's do our art now. So, yesterday you painted your eggs, your chicks. So today what we're going to do first is we're going to cut it out. So just keep your scissors on the black line, like so. So Remember that chicks are as fluffy as can be. What do you think we could use to make our chicks fluffy? I got some cotton, so we're gonna cut these out to give our chicken an eye. Takes a little bit of time, doesn't it? So cut, 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 cut. Here's my paper. I'm gonna put my paper just like that. And my beak. Like this. And my feet. It's a little bit tricky to do those feet, isn't it? One foot. Oops, better take this white off too. And 2 feet. Took us 2 days because we had to let the paint dry. So let's get our glue. So first I'm going to glue the body. Glue, 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 glue. Down, and now I'm going to put some glue on the beak. Not lots of glue so it doesn't curl up. And glue on the feet. I do it on this piece of paper that was on, then I don't get it on the table, do I? It's not so messy. Glue. And then over here, the other foot. Now we're going to give our, oh, there's my eye. If you don't have googly eyes, you can draw an eye. And then I've got some cotton. So I'm sure Mommy has some of these in her house. So you're going to really pull it apart because it's just, you just want it really fine. So that's kind of fun to pull. One cotton ball will do one chicken. In fact, we probably could do even more than that because we don't want too much. We want it really fine because we don't want the chick to look white. We want it to look yellow. All right, so you're going to pull it apart. Hands are kind of sticky from the other glue. All right, so let's put some glue on our chick like this. And let's stick the soft fuzz on. And just spread it. Just spread. Spread it some more. Are your hands sticky? Because mine sure are. Spread it some more. And some more. And he's so soft, this little chickie. Because they are so soft and fluffy when they come out. 5 eggs and 5 eggs. That makes 10. 10 sitting on top is my hen. Crackle, crackle, crackle. 10 fuzzy chicks, as cute as could be. There, and so now you know what you're gonna do? I'm gonna pick the orange. We're gonna write peep. Peep, peep. That's what they say, so. Pa. E. P. Peep. Peep. And should I write my name at the top? Mrs. Freer. And that's our art for today. Now, I just want to wish you all a happy Easter. If you celebrate Easter, I hope Easter Bunny. I think he's still going to be able to hop on by. If you don't celebrate Easter, have a good weekend. I just want to turn your attention to next week, our work time. So in your envelopes, you all got a sheet like this. It's a sheet. Usually at school, it's a laminated sheet, but they wouldn't fit in the laminated pieces, so I photocopied these instead. And we're going to be word builders. We're going to start building words. So moms and dads, I have these letters at school, but I couldn't give you the letters. It's too fiddly. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make up the alphabet for your child. And every day I'll tell you which letters we're going to need for that day. We don't need all 26 letters ever. So you can either make simple letters like this. So notice how it's circle and ball, or circle and stick. That's how we do it. So no fancy letters, just as straightforward as they can be. Or if you have magnetic letters, you can use those. But just make sure that you have all the letters, because we end up using the letters. So I have my vowels a different color just to help the children learn about vowels. And so next week we'll start talking about how letters have names as well as sounds. And we're going to start printing. So the other thing you'll need out next week is this sheet and the little spring workbook. So they'll need a pencil, and letters, and the little book. That will be great. And then we'll do art as well. So I hope you've enjoyed your second full week of learning. I've enjoyed doing it. And we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.